Alright. Let's find where the thing is. Is it over here? Ah, there you go. Okay. Alright, so the usual 3 questions. Let's go over them. How does your character beat the opponent's character? How does your opponent beat your character? And how do we counter play their options? Okay, so your first is Link. This is a projectile character. Projectile characters are known to have slow speeds in terms of normals, which would be their tilts, their aerials, and usually just grounded options. Okay, next, we need to find out what is Link's best options in neutral. That would be obviously, neutral air. It would be, boomerang. It would be M-bomb, pretty much. Yeah, forward air is a really good spacing tool too, but it's really laggy on startup. So if you get a jump read, you'll beat it out first than he would, depending on the area you choose, obviously. Let's look at forward air for a little bit here. Let's see the frame data, startup in terms of that. Link, where are you? Where are you? There you are, cool. Alright, forward air. Forward air, frame 16. Okay, so now let's compare to Cloud. Okay. Alright, so if you did a neutral air, you beat him out. If you did a back air, you'd obviously beat him out. So keep that in mind when you're playing against Link. If you have a feeling you're gonna get a jump read, go for your least laggiest option, as his only laggy option would be reverse back air, but you have a sword, so it obviously beats it out. Same thing applies to neutral air, except neutral air is a little insane in the fact that it can be disjointed, as you can see here. It's really big. It has a lot of priority over a lot of moves, and it's really safe on shield. It's like Fox Snare, maybe on steroids, honestly. The only thing it doesn't do is combo. Yeah, you're lucky it doesn't combo. Anyway. Alright, so let's answer the first question. What are your tools? How do you beat your opponent? Okay, well, let's consider the stage you're in. You're in a flat stage, so obviously you're in a disadvantage in that area, because Link does a lot better against Cloud on flat stages, as he has more areas he can cover. So what I mean by that is, if he throws boomerang here, right, obviously you either shield or you streamline jumping up, right? Jumping here, jumping forward, jumping this way. So if he throws boomerang here, right, in this line that I mentioned, already this entire space is covered. And now all he has to do is react to your option. So if he sees you jumping, he can move forward and then shield here, or up tilt you if he can react to you coming in. Now let's say the scenario is he reacts to you jumping up, right? So now he can go up here, jump, and commit with a forward air, because the forward air will start up here, and then if he fast fall at this very point, he'll go here, and then the fast fall second hit of forward air would be around here. Okay, so let's say you jump this way. Well, the boomerangs are this way. He's covering all of this, right? So now he has the ability to walk over here because you're going this way. Right, so that's obviously that's terrible for you because you're Cloud and your recovery just is a straight line, pretty much. Your recovery is kind of like you got a double jump, which goes to from point A here to like point B, and then your up B goes like this, and if you move forward, you're just like wee. You see, it's not exactly the greatest. Alright, so how exactly do we go about beating his projectile game, right? How do we beat his projectile game? Okay, so obviously the best answer is parrying. So this is one of those matchups where you have to learn how to parry. Yeah, because every single space that you gain against Link, any valuable space you gain from parrying the boomerang, let's say this is the boomerang, right? It's beautiful. Don't judge it. All right. So this is the boomerang, right? You parried it over here, right? And now you have +3 frames, right, to move forward. And now you're here, and if he reacts to parry, he can only really go here, and he can't overcome it. He can also go and jump neutral B, right? You can throw an arrow, or he can, after realizing that you parried, take out bomb, right? Because what does bomb do, right? It's a big threat. He can throw over here. He can throw it over here, right? He can throw it all over the place, and the threat range of bomb is like, let's say this is bomb, and it explodes. The threat range is like this giant circle. Alright, be right back. Give me a sec. Okay, I'm back. So, right, threat range. Threat range of the bomb is about that big circle, right? Okay, so now we understood that. That's why whenever he has bomb, which is probably Link's strongest neutral tool in the entire, like, kit of his, right? It just, like, it covers so much range, right? It's just so big. It's versatile. Once Link covers like a space here, your threat range is reduced because now he has more control of the whole area. So if he has bomb here, right? So this is the bomb. I know it's beautiful. You're just jealous if you complain otherwise. Right, so if you go here, right, and he reacts to your dash in, right, he can just down B, and then poof, big bomb. So if you don't see a Link using a bomb, and is only primarily using boomerang, parry, try to get in. Don't overcommit, because parry only gives you, as we discussed before, 3 frames, right? +3 frames at advantage, and your opponent isn't affected if you parry. They're only affected in terms of frames if you parry when they hit you with like an actual physical move, like their sword or something, right? But if they use projectiles, it doesn't like attribute to them freezing in time at all. So remember, parry, best friend. Parry, parry, parry. Parry the platypus. Alright. Okay. Next, neutral air. Neutral air, okay, so that tool, obviously, we discussed before, it can be disjointed in certain situations. It's actually really good. It'll obviously lose against swords. It doesn't have priority against swords, but it can definitely clang with like a bunch of moves, like, let's say Mario back air, it could probably clang with that. It can clang with like someone's F smash for some reason. It's a little strange. There's like a video just explaining, or not explaining, it just shows you how dumb the move is. Anyway. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it for the most part in his tools. Because like neutral B isn't really much of anything. Neutral B can be annoying if like you're trying to preemptively get in and he won't let you occupy space. But it's really boomerang down being like neutral air that really become a nuisance, because obviously down B just gives the character way more mix-up game, way more depth in general, and it gives him a wide variety of threat ranges that C4 would do. The only difference is, I think, like, C4 is probably better at controlling a certain space, just because you can't grab it, you can't hit it away. Unlike like neutral B or Link's down B, which can be grabbed and used against him. Anyway, let's continue with the video. Let's start it off. Let's see what happens. Yeah. Okay, so boomerang, You shielded. Alright, so now he should be able to jump just slightly forward to gain some space. You will have to let go of shield or jump out of shield in response, so you can at least be in even position with him in frames. There comes the neutral B. So a lot of links will actually just throw out boomerang and then jump neutral B if they see you shield, because that's obviously a reasonable answer. What are you gonna do, right? It's a good answer. So this is where parrying again comes into play. Parry here, right? It's gonna like go like this. Parry there. Dash in here. He's right here now currently, and now you have center. So what are his options when you're right here in this position, right? Okay, so if you're here, his options, well, he has to burst range grab, right? He has to give you the G, which beats out the shield. And then there's obviously, like, he could poke at you with down tilt, or he can jump forward and neutral air, which will be safe, because you can't neutral B that up B that, as we discussed, right? If he spaces it properly and does it like the correct timing, you can't up B that. And then the rest of his options really like outside of that is probably just gonna be like in place options like shield, short hop, empty hop, or just like retreat, which is obviously these options before this, like, it's not going to be as good, right? He's going to lose stage, you're going to have a bigger threat window. But anyway, let's see what happens now. So you dash back, now he has control of this area because you gave it to him. You decided, well, I'm not going to try to parry here. He's going to shoot at me with an arrow. I'm just going to go over here and charge limit, because limit is awesome and it gives me broken mobility. But the problem with that is as we discussed in previous videos, right? Your character's recovery, right? Your rec sucks. It sucks, bro. It sucks. So being here instead of here, ultimately, like in the grand scheme of things, is a huge disadvantage, right? It's a quick disadvantage, because now he has all of this, right? He has this, and then now he gets room because he has boomerang, neutral B, down B. He has access to threaten you from just standing right here. He threatens you all of this, right? And then he claims all of this space. So in reality, he has this giant square of space if he goes here. Alright, moving on. Okay, so he commits with a neutral B instead of taking stage. You respond with a back jump. So currently you're right here, and he is right here in end lag. By the time he finishes his end lag with neutral B, you're going to be around here, and he's going to be able to finally move. He'll probably respond with like a boomerang or dash in. So if he dashes in, obviously good for him. He has control of this area. But if he boomerangs, well, he has threat ranges here, he has threat ranges here, and he has threat ranges goes like this and like that, right? So in reality, he's covering 3 arcs if he does boomerangs, depending on, you know, where he thinks you'll be landing. And he has 3 different ways to throw a boomerang. Don't even forget about like the oh my god, the fact that he can jump and then do it. So if he jumps and then boomerangs, you know, okay, he covers here, you can cover here, and if he drops it like here, it'll just go like that, right? Alright, so as we discussed, you're here. By the time you finish, he's gonna be here. So you can go here, you can boomerang all sorts of areas, or he can get downbeat, throw it over here, cover this area, and then boomerang combination, right? To, you know, tell you, hey, this entire area, really dangerous if you're not careful. And that's where your parry game has to be on point, because by the time he pulls out anything, you're gonna be here, right? And then now you have access to shield, you have access to walk, and those are gonna be your main tools to try to get in his bubble. Alright. keep watching. Okay, so he dashes in, you double jump back out, right? So he dashed in, he covered this area. He threw out a boomerang this direction, thinking that you would be here. But you double jumped in response and went like this, which is good. So now you closed the distance a little bit. You didn't retreat as much. So you have a little bit of frame advantage. I would suggest probably the best answer here is walking forward a little bit and see what happens, because right now he's almost at the end of his end leg of boomerang, and he's going to be able to run forward, walk forward at any moment in time. Another thing you could probably do is like neutral B as well, which is you know, a good way to tell him, hey, you can't boomerang this direction, I'll slap it away. So, you know, obviously discourage one option. Esketit. Okay. So that first jump was really good. This double jump is an overcommitment. Okay, why? Why is the first jump really good? Well, you anticipated, well, let's say for the sake of this example, you anticipated arrow, and if you just only short hopped here, you would have gotten the back air. You would have gotten the percent right there, right? So you would have gotten the 13%. But since you did this double jump, you no longer have a double jump, and the boomerang is still active, so it's going to start returning this way any moment. So that means this entire line right here, if at any point you're here, this boomerang is going to be here, and even if you did hit him, he could shield before you can hit him, and then the boomerang is going to hit you, and then he's going to be able to grab you, he's going to be able to back throw you, and now he has all the stage again, right? Now if you double jump here or over here, it's not as bad, but because you double jumped, you missed on a golden opportunity for your opening. So really this one is just a learning matchup and patience. That's really all it is in that regard in specific. Because if you were patient and didn't double jump yet and reacted to his option, you would have gotten damage. And obviously you're brand new to the matchup, right? So, and also on top of that, the character online is dumb. Anyway, it's not an excuse for you to use. Okay, just saying. But yeah, you're brand new to the matchup. You probably didn't know that yet, but now you know. Combine patience in this matchup so you can learn this matchup more effectively. Alright, let's see what happens. Okay, so you go forward. Oh, he was expecting you to be here for some reason. He's not reacting at all. He's not reacting at all, dude. Nothing. He's like, yeah, he's probably gonna go here. It's like, okay. And now you're over here, you're gonna land here, and he's looking like he's gonna grab, right? So, you're gonna be here in a prime position to punish. At least that's what I'm expecting that would happen. I could mix up the animations. Yep, that's a grab. Okay, you're coming with a forwarder. Unfortunately, you drifted too far forward. That's okay. You got now center stage, which is important. Center stage is cool. Be the cool kid. Take center stage. Oh god, I apologize for the cringe. Okay. Whoa, what was that? How would you dash back? No! Okay, so reason why you shouldn't have dash back, right? Is because what I explained before earlier, like, according to this 2 seconds ago. According to the 2 seconds ago, if you were here and he was in his dash animation, you could take the opportunity to blade beam. You could have gone forward and jumped forward air, right? Like cover this area. If he shields, he can't punish you. Same thing with the back air, right? It's really like a lot of the mistake I'm seeing here is that you're not capitalizing on the fact that you've gained stage. And the only way you'll realize you've gained stage is if you're self-aware. This my guy is important. You need to be self-aware that you've gained stage in order to actually utilize it. If you're not aware, you're not reacting to your opponent. If you're not aware what you're doing, you're preemptively moving, right? If you choose an option without being aware that you have a good position, you're preemptively moving, which is not okay. I'm not flaming you for it. I'm telling you, hey, this is something you could work on. So I want you to, what do you call it? Be more self-aware of what you're doing. Honestly, a good exercise you could do on training mode specifically, it's like, let's use Dr. Mario Pill, for example. You set a CPU to neutral B, and then gauge the distances, parry the neutral B. The closer you get, now you need to find out what are your options. So basically, let's make a visual here. Let's say this is Dr. Mario. He's throwing out a juicy pill at you, and you're in this position, right? It's here. You parry, right? Oh, you got the parry. You dash in. He does another pill. You parry. What are your options after the parry? Well, what can you do after the parry, right? Right? He threw another pill. What can you do after you parry? Well, you can dash attack, right? You can dash grab. You can, honestly, those are really the best options. You could try to see if you can get a side B, but I don't think it'll be fast enough. I think Dr. Mario should be able to throw out another pill, which means he would be able to throw out shield in time. Yeah. Measure out what your options are in those situations. You can do that in training mode. I think it's a good exercise for you to start becoming more self-aware of stage control. At least against projectiles. Obviously, it's going to be different with against like a character like, I don't know, let's say Little Mac, for example, for the sake of CQC. It's going to be obviously different how you approach that same thing. But it'll be similar in a lot of different senses. Anyway. So back onto this. You missed golden opportunity to take damage, take pressure. Yep, beautiful writing. Don't worry about it. Pressure. Let's see what happens now. Well, he's just starting his boomerang, so you should still be able to go back and dash in, and he'd be done with his boomerang throw. And then he pretty much got center stage, but let's see what happens. Okay. So you went in, you hesitated clearly, because if you had known, right, that he was still in his animation, which would mean you're reacting to his animation. Holy shit, that is horrible writing. I wish I had a pen tool in real life. If you were aware, right, it goes back to the awareness. If you were aware that he was in animation, you could have thought in your head, right? That was a shitty ass circle. Thought in your head, I can move forward. Right, you could have gained all of this and probably even gotten a shield grab, because I think you should be able to shield after this if you did move forward more. And you would have gotten free positioning. But it's okay. That's what this analysis is about. We're learning. Ooh, whoa, that was too quick for my eyes. Oh, no. 6. Alright, wait, no, that's... Curse you, YouTube. Okay, so you hesitated, right? Now he's dashing back. He's dashing back. Nowhere to go. Instead of, you know, being smart and going, let's go this way. and then shield. See if you try to attack and he can parry. He said, nah, I'm scared, right? He's terrified. He's like, oh shit, he's in my bubble. He's trying to get in my zone, and he don't want that. So this is a clear indicator of a habit. So what does this mean? Holy shit. A habit. Roll with it. A habit, well, is something that they do unconsciously in response to an action that the other person has done. So he sees you moving in, he reacts with dash back. So now you keep that in mind, right? You keep that in your mind. He dashes back when you go in. So whenever you go in and he dashes back, right? You can overextend your dash as a read and then hit him for it. That is called overshooting. Overshooting. The act of when your opponent is dashing back, and instead of doing your normal dash range attack, you go even further by extending. So obviously it is an overextension, but if you have the clear reasoning and read for this, it's not a bad option. It would be a smart option. But anyway, it's pretty much an even situation because you're retreating and he's retreating. Obviously you have more stage, but he has a lot of ranges to threat, right? So the best goal here currently is to fast fall and shield. Because obviously whenever he dashes back, he throws out a move. That's one of his habits. Very common habit at low level plays against a lot of projectile characters, for sure. Like, think of characters like King K. Rool, Samus. Like, if you really pay attention to what each and every person does as a projectile player, you'll see a lot of similarities at certain levels of play. For example, low levels of play, they dash back, throw a projectile. You can call that out with a jump. You can call that out with a dash in. Take the stage, hit him, whatever you can, as long as it's feasible to your character. And for mid-level players, they'll kind of mindlessly try to combine dashbacks with aerials and just kind of like autopilot certain moves. Like they'll dash back and they'll always do like arrow boomerang this way, right? And then jump arrow, something like that. They'll always do that after they dash back, which is a pattern. Higher levels of play, they'll obviously, start mixing that up. They'll be like, okay, I'm gonna dash back boomerang next time, right? I'm gonna dash back, but then jump with a back air, first hit. Or next time they'll dash back, instant turnaround, jump forward air. Or next time, they'll be like dash back, dash in, or, they just mix up constantly. And on a top level play, they do the same thing that high level players do, except they not only do it more precisely, but they also have a plan going in when they're fighting against the other player. Like, they see their character, they're like, what's my plan? What do I do? Right? Okay, so you took arrow. We're still in the stalemate here. You got hit. Yeah, this is... So far, I'm seeing it's mostly just your lack of awareness of positioning. So, whenever you're playing, I want your main goal to be not to win, not to style, not to do anything, but try to get a feel for where you can position yourself against every character you fight. This will help you understand where you can be in and be comfortable at, right? Like, for example, this is a comfortable range against Link, usually. If you're here, you can react to mostly everything online. Maybe over here, honestly, but offline, this is like a very perfect range to react to anything he does. Does he dash in? Well, you can react. Does he boomerang? You can react to shield. Does he arrow? You can react to shield. Right? You can always react in this area. And that's what you're looking for. You want to look for a range or an area, a specific area where you can react to the opponent's moves. Got it? Alright. I hope you're taking notes, by the way. And if you don't, rewatch the video. Okay, what just happened there? That was a lot, interaction-wise. Okay, so... yeah. I think the rest of the match is going to play out like this. I think how the rest of the match is going to play out is that you'll probably take a W, but it's because he's going to make a lot of grave errors in ranges where he's not supposed to be. Like, if he's here in this range, you dominate that area. He should not be there. You should be around this area at all times. But, big thing that's lacking right now is, parry. Parry game against projectiles, right? Awareness. Right, this is one of those. And stage control, which is extremely important for Cloud. Stage control is the life of Cloud. If he doesn't have stage control, he's not gonna win. Watch Spargo play. He will always try to have center stage as much as he can. And there's one more thing that was common. Oh man, it escapes me right now. He needs to parry in the matchup. He needs to be aware of the opponent's habits and aware of when you like to do certain tendency, which is slash matchup related. Stage control. Oh, positioning. Positioning. There we go. So these 4 things are really the main things that you gotta get down. Parry, obviously matchup dependent for the character. Awareness can also be applied to matchup dependent, but awareness in general means, you know, be aware of your positioning. That coincides with this. Be aware of your stage control, be aware of your opponent's positioning, be aware of your positioning, you know. And then stage control, important, crucial to Cloud. Positioning, crucial for Cloud as well. It practically coincides with stage control. Alright, so I'm gonna see how the rest of the video plays out now, but I'm pretty sure that is basically the gist of what's going on right now. But I could be wrong. I'm just gonna see for myself. Okay, so you jump there, you're still back far. You go in when he's starting when he has free roam. Okay, now he's in a bad position. He has no reason to be there. He's back at a prime position. You're still not parrying, right? Okay. You're using jump as your only option of, you know, going at him, which, so using only jump streamlines your gameplay. So let's let me make a thing here. Let's say this is Cloud and this is Link, right? So you're here, Link is here. He's thrown out the boomerang, right? So now you're jumping. That's all you're doing. You're jumping. But because you know that in certain ranges, right, boomerang covers here and he could just jump and do arrow, you're like, oh, well, I jump here, now I double jump back. So you're getting nowhere, right? You're getting nowhere, so what you want to do is implement parry, as I mentioned before. That'll help you, you know, generally speaking, just get from point A to point B against Link. And again, really this applies to any projectile character that centralizes their gameplay off of projectiles. Alright. Let's get back in. Okay. So he's obviously taking control of the situation. He's like, okay, well, I have all this stage, and he's shielding. I can go for a nair, and if he does get out, well, I'll still have positioning, and if he still shields, he can't up-B me because my nair is just really good. So in turn, you decided to use a defensive option. I'm assuming you're going to try to go for a dash attack, or dash grab. We'll see what happens. Dash grab, awesome. You're fighting your way out of the corner. Okay. Alright, so missed opportunity. Right, you threw him out. Where's the missed opportunity here? Right here. This is the missed opportunity. You committed too early. Why did you commit too early? You probably thought he was going to double jump. But he doesn't need to, right? Whenever you have good positioning, whenever you have the upper hand, just wait a little bit. Patience, remember. Patience wins the game. Be patient. So if you were here instead, and he was here, right? Or actually, you know, if he did a fake jump and jump back here, he'd be here, right? He'd be in this area. And now you're in prime position to just run off and then double jump back up with a down air. Because if you time it right and he up B's, you'll hit him and he'll probably just die at 10% because a B from Link sucks. Overcommitted again. So, in conjunction with the 4 things I mentioned before, parrying, oh my god, stage control, and there's 2 other things, awareness and positioning. In conjunction to those 4 things, you're still overcommitting and you need to add patience. So those are 6 things you're gonna work on, but you know, obviously work one thing at a time. You can't just work on all 6 at the same time. It's just not how the brain functions, unfortunately. Okay, you're playing it a lot more careful now. You overcommit a little bit there. You overcommitted there. I like the shield. I like to shield more often there. You're like, okay, I dash and shield. Okay, see what happens now. See the situation. And now you choose whether the option is safe or not. That was a lot better. Let me show you the example, right? Right here, you shield. Okay. You're dashing back, you got hit. But now you're gonna shield here. Now this is good. This is good. Now what you should do, remember, habit that he has. Whenever you get close in this range, he likes to dash back. So you could have called out going in, right? Could have gone in. But let's say you're in this situation, you react to him running this way. So you want to be here. Want to be here or here. Because if you go anywhere here, he can punish you a lot easier. And that's what you don't want, right? You finally just got center stage. You don't want to lose it. So you commit it with a forward air. Then you try to go for down tilt. You should have shielded instead. Because, you know, as we mentioned before, he likes to dash back into boomerang a lot. Okay. He's pressuring. He misjudged the spacing, obviously. He got the jab. Good safe pressure. Ooh, that was a good call out. Because that's actually one of the things that Cloud excels at a lot. He pressures shields and then calls out jumps. That's really like the biggest game plan Cloud has. Watch Spargo a lot. He's really good at pressuring opponents into jumping. Obviously, he fights really good players. So that means the opponents are not going to immediately jump like other players would. They'll probably wait, and Spargo knows that, so he'll jump around menacingly. Let's use Patrick's quote. He jumps around menacingly and makes the opponent think, oh god, you know, I don't know what he's gonna do. Is he gonna grab me? Is he gonna back air my shield? What's he gonna do, right? And the moment he thinks that the opponent's gonna jump, he back airs, right? But in this case, in the level you're at, you're still growing. You still have a lot of room for growth and improvement. The opponents you're going to be facing so far are going to have this habitual instinct to jump instantly, a little earlier than most people. They're not going to wait as much because, you know, patience isn't developed in the skill area that you're at currently. That's why I'm trying to get you more aware of patience and trying to get you more aware of positionings, stage control, the importance of it, etc., etc. So you can, you know, accelerate your growth a little bit. So you know what to look out for in the future in terms of fundamentals. Alright, so now you got the position. Obviously, you got the clear position here. If you react accordingly, he's here. If you realize that your last attack sent him here, right? You want to try to follow up with an up tilt. Or you can empty hop, see what he does. Does he nair? Well, if he nairs, obviously you get hit, but then you keep that for next time. Or the safest option, which is the pro player move here, is that you shield and then try to parry when the opponent gets to this area. Because when he does nair, you'll get to parry, you'll get to up B, or you get to side B, and then he's gonna end up over here, and that's what you want, right? You want to send him off stage, try to kill him early with your down air, you know, the usual Cloud gameplay. Okay, it did technically cover the air dodge as expected. I wanted to do it via parry, but this works too. Let's continue. You got the hit. So now we want to find out, what are you going to do to pressure him? What are you going to do to try to steal his stock? So the game plan, normally, is that on stage, you want to like jump out. Jump out with him. Make him feel like, oh shit, you know, he's going to hit me if I stay here. I got to move this way. And that's what you want. You want to keep him farther away. So whenever you jump back, if he double jumps, you can react. And if he doesn't double jump and goes down here, well, he has to use his a B, or he has to use his double jump, and that's where your runoff, try to go for the stage spike down air into the stage, comes into play. Or, you know, if you want to play a safer option, you can down tilt here. Down tilt hits like around here, which is a good move. But the thing is that the angle of possum is like up here kinda, you know, in this general area, and down tilt is very laggy. So there's not really much you can get off of it except for like pressure and just kind of resetting the whole situation all over again. Don't get me wrong, it's still a good option, obviously, but down air kills at 50 for sure. Okay, so you got the neutral B. Okay, so you overextended. The neutral B. The second neutral B wasn't necessary. You already conditioned it to go down, lower, below, just by hitting him once. Because he gets discouraged really quickly if you pay attention to the set. As a matter of fact, I want you to rewatch this entire set. I want you to rewatch this video, and then I want you to rewatch the set that you did with this guy, and try to see it in your own perspective. Because like, if you have fresh mind going into the actual what do you call it? The analysis. You're able to think through your thought process a lot better. You'll recall what you did before a lot faster, and you'll be able to learn practically more efficiently just because you did that. You took the initiative to do it, you know? So whenever you finish playing the guy, always watch your sets, and whenever you finish watching this video, watch the set as well. Like, watch it again, get your mind refreshed to what happened, and then try to see what you can do better. Try to point out what I was talking about by yourself, so you can get it stuck in your head. You always want to try to build a schema, basically. So if you didn't do the neutral B right, and you dashed forward and jumped off, you could have waited and reacted to when he does his slashes, and then double jump down here. And that should spike, because whenever you react to the slice here, that's the key indicator that you should double jump back and then start doing the down air. Normally. Yeah, I think the down air would have probably hit, if not maybe missed a little bit. but it would have done really good. Okay, so you did the F tilt. He reacted immediately. He's fighting backstage. Okay. Let me just watch the video. Got positioning, but you were committed, so he makes you back. Unfortunate turnaround up B. Overextended. Okay. Side B. I just want to point out that's the first time you used bomb this entire match. That's insane. Okay. Positioning. Unawareness there. Good shielding, good patience. Nice back air. Overcommitted. Simply waiting at ledge and doing the down air would have been just fine. Off stage, boomerang down. Nice, that was a really good down B. Good 2 framing. Okay, so lack of positioning, didn't get the ledge trap, but you got a back air. You got the lucky spike there. What happens now? Okay, so you're getting good positioning. You run off, you're scared of the down B. You're in really good you're in a really good spot right now. You're in a really good spot. Unfortunately, you didn't do anything with your stage control there. Seeing a lot of lack of parrying. I'm seeing a lot of runs and not any walks. You were quick to use your newfound utility instead of actually utilizing it for movement, positioning. Honestly, you should always use limit whenever you're in the same stock or below as a movement tool, and less for trying to take the stock, because what do you call it? If you expend your newfound mobility tool, you have less mix-ups, you have less pressure, and you just kind of threw away, you know, the limit. The limit is a comeback factor. I know that, right? But like, if you just utilize the fact that it gives you a boost in mobility, you can pressure a lot stronger, a lot smoother, and overall, it would just make you a menace. Learning how to use down B outside of utilizing how to, you know, kill someone with it is super useful. Watch Spargo whenever he uses down B, you'll see that he hardly uses the actual move until like the very last second. So whenever you get limit, look at your timing. Look at your time, right? Let's say if you got limit right now, right? You gotta subtract 15, and that'll be your total. What do you call it? That'll be when your limit's gonna stop. So basically, when you reach minus 13, let's say, you're gonna be. If you did 13, you would be at 6. So that means obviously you got 2 seconds left. So if you use it around that time, that's fine, that's fair. But if you still have like 10 seconds, use that for movement. Use that to condition, use that to pressure. It'll be really helpful. Alright, okay, got that tilt there. Side B. I just kind of see like a lot of fumbling, to be honest. That was really good. But can you utilize your newfound advantage against your opponent? That's really the question. So what I'm going to look out for now is whether or not, how do you utilize being a stock ahead? So, still going. Sorry about that, family. Anyway, where were we back? Where were we? Let's rewind that 5 seconds. So you're still being aggressive. So whenever you have, what do you call it? A stock advantage, you should try to be more patient and try to play more careful. Now the reason behind this is because when you're patient and more careful, your opponent is going to feel frustrated because your defense is going to be a lot stronger. And honestly, whenever you're stock ahead, you want to start utilizing your defense game. That's when it starts becoming defensive more than aggressive. Because you want to preserve your stock as much as you possibly physically can, right? Before you die, you want to try to put as much percentage as you possibly can on this guy when you have a stock lead. You want to prioritize that above all else. Because if you're careful, calm, and collected while you have a stock lead, and you're not overextending at all, right? Your opponent has to work a lot harder to try to beat you out in defense. And that doesn't mean, like, just stay back the whole time. No. Yeah, obviously, you have to have mix-ups, right? You have to mix up. So, whenever you're playing with a stock advantage, play the safe game. Like, be safe with your aerials. Try to space them as good as you possibly can. Try to change the timings. Try to do them as low as possible. Try to play a little bit more defensive than aggressive. And, yeah, start keeping notes of what he likes to do when he's panicking. Because whenever you have the stock advantage, they're going to be more likely to panic whenever you're adding on more percent and you still haven't lost your stock. They're going to be like, I need to kill this guy right now, otherwise I'm going to lose, and you need to take advantage of that. Obviously, at higher levels of play, that's not going to be a thing. I mean, having a stock advantage is still going to be prevalent, and there's going to be strategies, obviously, utilized for that situation, but the opponents are going to be less likely to panic. Is basically what I'm getting at for higher levels of play. But yeah. Learn to utilize your last stock. You know what? Let me take notes. Let me put down in notes what I'm saying, so that way I can give you things to work on. So, awareness, positioning, being the stock ahead. Let's see here. Man. Stage control. Carrying. Spacing. I know I said something else in the video. I think I'll just rewatch it. I cannot for the life of me remember right now, and that sucks. But we have those things right now currently. Let's save that. Things to work on. Okay. Go back to the video. Okay, so you panicked, he got you for it. Oh, patience. Patience? Strong one there. Control S. Okay. Wait, where's the... Oh my god, I could not find the mouse. Okay, so whenever you lose a stock, I want you to ask yourself, what happened? Why did I lose my stock? What could I have done better that wouldn't have lost me the stock? Or potentially saved me a little bit more time before I lost the stock. So let me write that down. Ask yourself, whenever you lose a stock, why did you lose the stock? And how could you have prevented it? Okay. So you're clearly utilizing your space a little better now. You're being way more aggressive though, which is fine against this opponent in particular, but against good links, not gonna help you at all unless you use parry. But yeah, this is fine. Oh, that was really good patience. That was a really good example of patience. That was really good. You jumped, but you did nothing. You let him think, oh shit, he's gonna attack me, and then you wait, Hey, you just started slicing the shit out of him, bro. Good shit, good shit. Obviously, I'm gonna tell you what you did wrong, and I'm also gonna commend you when you do something good. I'm not gonna tell you suck. That's not helpful. Gotta praise what you did so you know what you should do better, or you should be doing more, and I gotta tell you what you should be doing better. That's what a coach does. At least my idealism of a coach is. Okay, so now you're in a really bad spot. Obviously, he's gonna throw the boomerang this way, because that's every freaking link, and then he's probably gonna throw arrow here afterwards, instead of, doing reverse, because that would cover usually where you're gonna be a lot more consistently. Because by the time he throws that arrow, it's gonna be here, you're gonna be here, it's gonna hit you. You have to air dodge, and then he's gonna throw out the boomerang, the shmoomerang, or the other option is you can do arrow, and then you could do bomb. So you gotta mix up whether you double jump early, or you wait and double jump early before he throws bomb, or you just gotta. That's pretty much it, because like in that range, there's not really much you could do outside of double jump at certain instances before you die. Yeah, let's get into it. Okay, she, you stalled. That's amazing. I forgot that was an option. Hell yeah, you stalled. Really good shit there. But why is he shielding? What? Huh? Why is he shielding? There's nothing to be scared of. You're Cloud off stage. You suck off stage. Alright, you know what? I'm not gonna question it. But anyway, he should have now just jumped off and then done like a double jump near back into stage to cover you going in. And if you react to him being here, you would obviously go here, and then just the situation would get worse for you. Because now all he has to do is drop down and then do nair. But let's see what happens. Does he actually jump? Nope. He just, I don't know. I don't get it. But hey, at least you're aware. You're aware that you can avoid these options, right? Ooh, that was unfortunate. Early up B recovery. That was really good by Link. I want to say you didn't mean to do that, but I could be wrong. You might have wanted a fast wall and do it. I don't know. Man, this Link loves to like button mash when he's in disadvantage. Holy shit. He's playing mega defensive, but the thing is, he's being panicky about it. You saw what this arrow accomplished? Nothing. It accomplished nothing. He should have boomeranged. If he boomeranged like this, it would have covered this area, and it would have covered this area. But now you're just getting free pressure on him because he didn't do that. Good. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Awesome sauce. So really, just be awareness of things, like positionings, stage control, parrying, spacing, patience. Be aware of those things so you can start, being more accurate with your positioning, and practice with being a stock ahead against someone. Honestly, you know what? That's a really good idea. If you have like any friends or anyone that plays the game the same way you like to play it, you should try to like put them at a stock lower and you play with a stock ahead. And that way your friend gets better at learning how to play with stock lower, and then you get better at learning how to play with stock ahead. That's actually a really grand idea. Okay, alright, so, I'm assuming, you know, based on the match that we just played here, you will probably win. Could be wrong. There's possibilities for anything. Alright. You're playing the shield a lot more now. It's always good, but you're throwing it in ranges where it doesn't threaten it. Where it's not really like defense for that. Committed with that jump back when he was doing nothing. That was a good parry. Unfortunately, the boomerang was in the way. See, too early. You still had a lot of seconds to go for that. Let me see here. When did you get limit? Right there. So now we see that the time is 31. Subtract by 15. And 1650 is when it happens. That's when it runs out. And when did you utilize? Let's see. I like that you're using the movement, right? You're like, okay, you know, I have all this movement, I'm using it around. What time did you stop? 27. So what is 16 minus 27? You still had 11 seconds left, my guy. That was a lot of time. So you only spent basically 4 seconds. I'm only saying this so you're aware, and you can start building a schema to actually, you know, work on it. Not trying to bum your spirits down, okay? Okay, alright. So you're jumping as usual. So this is a habit you got. You streamline your you know, your approaches into the air a lot. You should even if you lose, it doesn't matter if you lose, it doesn't matter at all. The whole point of you fighting the opponent is to learn. So, you know, just do the uncomfortable things, like walk forward, try to parry, dash forward, try to parry, you know. Do things that you don't usually do, right? That way you learn other things and you add more to your gameplay. I don't know what he's trying to accomplish with those horrible B reverses. Cause doing a B reverse at that range for no reason, I think he's just doing it just like to do it. I don't think it actually had any purpose. Cause really, if you're doing a B reverse with neutral B or with Link, the only reason you'd be doing that is for boomerang because it gives you a really strong combo starter if you get like the close hit variation. But doing an HP reverse, outside of maybe like avoiding a close quarter attack, there's really no utilization for that at all. Okay, so lack of awareness of positioning there. Let's go back. What have I always told you when you put someone in the air? I want you to think about it for a minute. So let's go back to the situation. What did I tell you to always do whenever you put someone in disadvantage? I'll give you 5 seconds. Alright, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, done. Okay. Before I answer, obviously, you know, if you want to take more time to like think about it, just pause the video. But anyway, if you answered dash in and wait, right? A bingo, that's the answer. Why is that the answer? Well, let me show you. Right? If you waited right here, if you dashed in like you did and just waited right here and did nothing, you will react to that, the fact that he double jumped. And now he's here, you're here, but he has only down air to get out of the situation. So now that you know he only has down air, what do? You wait and see if he does downer. When he gets the apex of this area, if you see a little sword popping out, you dash out, wait until he goes to the floor, dash in, dash attack. Bada bing, bada boom, he's off stage. See what I mean? Always, 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 whenever you have someone at disadvantage, wait a little bit. Just wait a little bit. You don't have to try to attack them immediately. Just wait a little bit. I promise, really worth your while. Because now the situation is a little reversed, right? You know, he's in center stage now. He has most of the stage, and all you really can do in this situation is hope that he doesn't bounce and you can up B his down air. Okay, that was risky, but hey, you did something for sure. I'm assuming this is a clang. Yeah. Okay, this is really good. You got him off stage. You're going over here. I hope you you stay here and wait and see what he does. Is that what's gonna happen? Well, on the bright side, he didn't get up attack you for the F tilt, but you should be a little bit more patient. So reason being, right? If you were here and you threatened to do a back air, but then B reversed the neutral B, it would have hit him, and he would have been like, "Oh shit, he hit me! What the heck?" So now he's gonna go back up here, and he's more likely to get up sooner in response to your movement, and then you can react to any movement that happens here and back here. So the way it works, offline, you can actually react to the opponent doing the actual animation and then choosing an option. But in online, you can't react to that because of the additional like 7 to 5 frames extra lag. You can only react to the movement of the option and guess that they did a roll or jump and do a back air cover. Okay, and why did he wait there for so long? He accomplished nothing. Oh, that sucks. Wow. Could that have been prevented? Yeah, you upbeat a little too early. If you would have just a little longer, you could have snapped to the ledge instead. That's recognition of recovery routes. Yeah, I'm hyper, okay? Fight me. Yeah, but that's recovery routes, dude. If you practice more and learn all the ways you can recover with your character, like distances, mix-ups, areas, heights, you know, the whole package, if you know how to do it, that won't happen to you. Guaranteed. He wanted it down near you. What a monster. Ooh. Okay. So I like the idea of the dash attack. It could have 2-framed if you did it a little earlier. Honestly, I doubt it, but it was a good 2-frame idea because it definitely does 2-frame. Let me show you that hitbox, my guy. Let me show you that dash attack hitbox, that beautiful hitbox. Blah, 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 blah. Where you at? Right here. Okay. Boop. Beautiful. This right here, this bubble, hits below ledge. Spargo does it all the time. So good. But obviously, you know, downer is better. Rising downer from understage is obviously better. Just because it's safer and less laggier. But still a good option to kill at like 150 at ledge. Yeah, it's a good option. Okay, down tilt was an okay option. If he shielded it, you would have been screwed. But I think it was an end lag, right? We can justify it. No, he just let go of shield. What the heck? Okay. So what should you do in this option? I'll give you 5 seconds. What should you do instead of this? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you answer dash in and wait, beautiful. If you didn't, well, now you know for next time. Why is this the case? Well, you're here and he's here. So what happens if his invincibility runs out? You get down tilt, which is unreactable online. You might even get dash attack online, honestly. It might be just unreactable. Let me see. So human reaction time offline is 18 frames. Let's see. Instant dash attack. Where is it at? Dash attack. Dash attack is frame 9, and your dash is 10 frames. But if you do it instantaneously, it's basically a frame 10 move. But optimally, it's a 15 frame move if you wait 5 frames before doing dash attack. So if you did dash and attack after 5 frames of dash animation, that's optimal. And he still wouldn't be able to react to that. You actually would have gotten a free bonus there. If how do you call it? If his invincibility runs out. And if he hangs on ledge again. Okay, so he did a preemptively. That was good. That was good. You waited. Yes. Yes. I want to see more of that. You waited. He was like, huh? What? Huh? What just happened? And then you dashed back. And he's like, F tilt. So what did you gain on information from that? Well, if you're here and you wait, he might just attack. So if you dash back or walk a little bit and he attacks, you could react and then slap him for it. Next time, at least. Okay, okay. That was a really weird interaction. Okay! Pressure! Is that a paper crab? Oh, I was like, what is he doing with his arm? Anyway. Okay, so what should you do in this situation? I'll give you 5 seconds. 5 seconds right now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you answered, dashed in and waited. Beautiful. Why is that? Why is that the answer? Well, let's see what happens next. What happens next? Right. So if you dashed in and waited, he would have done this option, right? And you would literally be doing nothing. And then you could react to him doing this and dash attack. And then he would be over here. Bada bing, bada boom. You see what I mean? If you just wait a little bit whenever you hit someone into disadvantage, it'll really pay off. You'll actually just push them even further in disadvantage. Because something that my teacher told me that I want to tell you is that whenever you put someone in disadvantage, you approach them and do nothing, you're essentially going to make them choke themselves out. Right? And what does choke themselves out mean? It means they're going to be panicking. They're going to be like, I see him coming at me, he's gonna attack me. So the opponent sees you coming at them, they think psychologically, he's gonna attack me, I gotta escape. So if you just wait and they're thinking this thought process, they're gonna do a defensive option, something like jump away or, land with an attack, right? They're gonna be like, oh shit, you did nothing, and now you can slap them for doing something, right? That's why waiting is super good and why patience pays off. Again, this is just positional stuff. Boomerang in the way. That was really weird boomerang. Good recognition of distance closing out. Parry. You should have dashed in. Whenever you parry, dash in. Don't hesitate. Dash in. Because they're still in their end leg whenever you parry a move. but only dash in. See how I didn't say dash in and attack? I just said dash in. Wait. Just dash in. You don't have to overcommit. Good back here, good back here. Unfortunately, if this was a tournament set against a good Link player, you're down here, they would just drop down near you and you would die. Right now. You would just die. So what should you do next time? Let me bring back the situation. What should you do next time? Let's see. You got him with the back here, right? Alright, so he blew it up. Now what you should do? What should you do? Dash out. Jump in with the down air. Because he's gonna double jump up immediately. Because he doesn't want to skidoodle, lose a stock at 55 doodles, right? He doesn't want to lose that. Oops, oh, there we go. Again, that was another example of overcommitting when you could have just waited and you would have gotten a hit for it. Really awesome coverage by the Link player. Ooh. Ooh. So if you waited just a little bit longer and you didn't air dodge, you could have up-B'd. That's okay, that's just human error and, you know, unawareness of what your options are in that situation. That's all. The more times you are in that situation, the better you'll be doing options. So it's just like a matter of repetition, really. Also, it's important not to panic in those situations either. Good grab, good grab. Overcommitting with the forward air. Remember, you could just wait. Good stuff, good stuff. Okay. Ooh, if you did back up, that'd be really good. Oh, that. Yeah, that's one thing I'm seeing that's a reoccurrence in like every single video. I'm gonna write it down. Practice forward air fast fall timings. I'm gonna keep mentioning this until you get it down. Like, it doesn't matter what video you send me, if I see you not doing good forward airs, I'm gonna tell you this until I am dead. If I'm not dead, you will keep hearing this from me until you get good forwarders and good back air fast fall timings. I want you to go on training mode and prioritize that, because that's where most of your mix-ups and pressure game is gonna come from. Those specific timings. Ooh, that was really good coverage from Link. That was super good. If he at least did F tilt instead of charging up B, oh, that would have been really good. I want you to take notice here. He back threw you, right? You're at 36, so you're not really gonna be sent that far away. Now, what are your options here? What are your options right here? Okay, well, you could drop down. You could double jump. You can drop down and double jump. You can drop down, wait down there, down here somewhere. Further down, usually. And then double jump, air dodge up. Or double jump, wait, up B. Or go down there, double jump, up B. Now, what are your options here? You could go here. You can go like double jump here. You can go over here, double jump, air dodge. You know, you have a lot of options. But what is something that covers most of these areas, right? Boomerang this way, right? This way, if he throws the boomerang, he's gonna cover your area here. You'll probably get hit. So obviously he's making you want to use double jump. So when you double jump, then he can cover this entire area with F tilt, right? And then if you do double jump, which you did, and he F tilted, you would have gone over here, and now you'd have to drift in, and in that case, now he can ledge trap you. You're no longer able to get here for free. You have to be ledge trapped now, and that is something this character super strong in, because he has bomb and he has nair. Those two moves are stupid on ledge. So you double jump, and if he did F tilt instead, okay, that was really good. You did the back air. I want to show you this so you can do it more often. This back air was really dope. All right. You see anything interesting about this back air you did? You did the back air, right? But you didn't immediately fast fall it. So because you didn't immediately fast fall it, and you moved backwards, right? You started drifting away. You escaped, essentially, his grab range, which is right here. And then because it looks like he can grab you, he tried, right? And then you got the F tilt and you killed him. That was really good. That was really good. You see what I mentioned? He didn't do anything. He just moved forward, dashed back, and he knew you were gonna double jump for reaction, so he F tilted you. That's what you should be doing as well. It's a really good option. Honestly, that was really poorly from him. If he just kept the bomb here, and you were here shielding, and he did nair, he would have the bomb here, and now he can dash back, see what you do afterwards, right? Because you're still in shield, obviously. And then he could, okay, right. He can see what you do next. If you dash in, he could probably attack you, put you back off stage. The bomb is here perfectly just to edge guard you. Yeah, there's a lot of scenarios that he could just send you back off stage and have the bomb there. But instead he tried to be greedy and attack you immediately afterwards, which is a no-go. Okay, that was good spacing, but he caught on and you got down tilted for it. Be careful. Side B has a lot of end lag, and you're fighting a character, you're fighting against a character that has just as big as range as you, so you gotta be careful. Okie dokie. So, my guy, my guy Jake, my guy. Oh shit, no, that scared me for a second. So basically, wait. After you put the opponent to disadvantage, these things you gotta work on. I'll send you the thing, don't worry about it. But yeah, these are the things you gotta work on. And I hope the video was helpful. And as always, if you have questions about anything in particular in the video, you gotta tell me. I'ma help you. And if you want a video response or if you want a text response about the help, hey, you let me know. You're my guy. I gotta coach you. I gotta help you. So again, if you have any questions, set aside your pride. Tell me, right? Because you gotta learn, right? How are you gonna learn if you don't ask questions? And I will try my best to help you. I got you, bro. I got you. Alright, yeah, that's it.